So I thought it was still for the other person.
Yeah.
And then it's like, as soon as I knew, I started screaming, but it was too late. So you should have won though.
I should explode.
You were like,
Have one
you were
for
demolished,
that.
bro.
What's the
Bro.
other one?
Oh.
Hydrogen.
Wait, the new? Oh wait, that's the old one.
Can I have my back?
Yeah, what'd you get for the first one?
9.0500.
Oh my god, I
I forgot how to
did
calculate
right.
my
I did
own
it.
math.
Oh
We did this.
I didn't even get that far
Yeah,
yet.
we did
But I
do
got the
that.
first part right.
You okay?
He doesn't.
Need help?
Me is.
Okay, I hear it.
All right, here we go. Mine, I tell you what, I got to give it up to somebody, you know?
Thank you.
And why I give it up to this somebody, the other 11 of you, I'm kind of like, why didn't you do this?
Thank you.
What is the first thing you should do?
Write your
Make
number
a
down.
plan.
Make a plan. Thank you, Rose.
You should also write that number down.
My plan, I have my plan right here.
Well, I didn't see it.
Well,
It's right here. My periodic table is covering it. I had the plan. I was looking.
Okay,
I'm always planning.
Make a plan.
Yeah, I'm Batman, always playing.
I've broke this down to where it's a smaller mole conversion for you. I need you to make a plan because these things are going to get larger. You've seen those prop bobs. Make a plan, okay? Yo, let's make a plan.
I got you, hold on.
Plan. Where am I starting?
Turn to molecules.
I'm starting at the molecules. Awesome. Now,
Hey,
where am I going?
I go to mold.
First question asks you for moles.
Did you get the letter, Mr. Hall?
Second question asks you to go where?
Mass.
mission failed.
Now,
Good time.
what I have done for you, I broke this into two parts. I took what would be considered a bigger problem and broke it into two simpler problems. Because if you combine the two together, take out me asking you for moles and I ask you to go to mass, this is what your plan would look like. And ultimately, this is what we're doing. I did this on purpose. Can you just go from molecules to mass?
No,
No.
No, you first have to go to moles.
That's what I'm
So we have to execute this. So we have our number of 5.45 times 10 to the 24 molecules of C2H4. Does it matter if you know what that compound's name is? No. If you're curious, it's ethene.
Caffeine?
Ethene.
that
It's an
sounds
organic
very
molecule.
toxic.
Just like you.
So like I said, conversion factor. Where am I trying to go?
You gotta go to mold.
So moles, is that going to go on the top or the
You
bottom?
gotta go to on the
On the top, 1 mole. C2H4 is on the top. Okay, well what's going to go on the bottom?
The
avocado.
Avogadro's number.
Okay, be quiet when you're doing that.
Okay.
How do I know that Avogadro's number is going to go there? There's one of two ways. Number one, what?
I said because it's the rule. Just the way things go.
Number one, you look on the mole map, you follow the arrow, and it shows you the conversion factor. Avogadro's number is going on the bottom. Number two way, the way I prefer, if you prefer the mole map, that's fine. I use my units.
Is the mole map permitted on the test?
Filthy liar.
If you write on the back of the periodic table that I give you that morning of the quiz,
That'd be so amazing.
which,
Can't wait to do that.
by the way,
No.
we definitely have to take the real quiz on like the chemistry content
Oh.
next Friday. So just a heads up.
Uh-oh.
Hey,
You
like
better study, Mason.
safety quiz or?
No, I'll probably do the safety quiz like another day next week, so that we can get a lab in. I might, like, my goal is to get my lab cleaned up so tomorrow when you guys come in here, we can actually take you back, go through the safety stuff, show you where everything is. Bada boom, bada bing. Take the quiz, we can get in and do a lab
Content quiz next Friday.
next Friday.
That's everything we've done so far.
That's a good question. So what you're gonna see in this class is there are two things, okay? Number one, once you learn it, don't forget it.
Right.
Because number two, always fair game. Yes, that is me. But I have a responsibility. I have kids that are in college right now that have messaged me. They have professors that, like, here's my standard, here's their professor's standard. And the professor literally looked at him and said, my gosh, why did he have y'all do all that? Like, you've learned everything I'm gonna teach you and more. You're set, man. I also have kids that have looked at me and messaged me and told me, my standard was here, the professor's standard was here. We're identical. That's why I push you so hard. Will there be days in here that you're going to struggle? Yes. Will there be days that will be hard? Yes. But that's okay. Because guess what? You're going to make it. You're going to make it through. Why? Because you come on time to class. Because you come to class. And you work hard. Also, another thing I want to suggest to you guys is I've had some people have been taking me up on it big time this year, and I love it. First lunch, I'm in here. If you got questions, come see me. I do not care. Come see me. I'll help you. Fifth period is my planning. If you need some extra help, feel free, come see me. I know that may not work for your schedule. And, you know, you got Remind. You can message me on, ask me questions. You can even message me and say, hey, can I come to your room in the morning and we work through some of these problems? I'm really confused. I say, yeah, absolutely. Other thing is these practice problems I gave you, guess what I sent you yesterday? I sent you an answer key to every practice sheet I've gave you. And that answer key on Remind is there. You can always go back and watch it.
Isn't that awesome?
And it's me working through the problems, explaining why I'm getting what I'm getting. So if you are feeling there's a big weight, please, for the love of God, take that. Now, molecules are canceled.
Yes.
I'm off my soapbox now.
Wait, one question.
Ask away.
So, you know, your unit fella, as long as we put molecules, will that surpass, will that suffice? Do we have to put the C2H4?
No, you don't have to. I just like to. Because whenever you get into college and you get to higher level chemistry classes, you're dealing with a bunch of molecules.
Right.
You're dealing with a bunch of compounds. So I'm in a force of habit of labeling that stuff out.
Give us the zero.
Okay, so the first answer we get should be 9.0501, correct?
Yeah.
Correct. No, not correct.
No.
There's
Moles.
no.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sydney! There's no unit here, people! I'm like, literally, if there's one thing you're gonna learn from me, you are gonna put units with numbers.
I'm forever traumatized.
This is moles, C2H4. Now,
Oh yeah.
we've made it to here. Here comes the fun part. Now we got to use that number. The 9.0501 moles, C2H4, set over 1. And we got to get it into mass. I'm trying to get to the mass, people. Somebody help me out here. What's the unit for the conversion?
It's grams.
Grams? Okay, so I'll put the grams down here.
No.
Why?
Don't you
Because
dare.
Because you're going to.
I'm going to mass. So where I'm going goes on top.
Man, out of here.
Do you understand that? This is why I've set this up this way. Where you're going to goes on top. Where you're leaving goes on the bottom. I'm going to mass is why grams is on the top. I'm leaving moles, so moles goes on the bottom. I'll get on a soapbox for a minute again. If you are not understanding where something is coming from, you need to stop me. Kids get this idea that, like, they get scared that people are going to think they're dumb or something. Truth of it is, it may be me. Go ahead, you can say it.
I don't think it's you, Mr. Hall.
Me, I'm the problem.
I don't think so.
Mr. Hall, you're the reason
No, but I know how to do this, but the thing to it is, there's an art to teaching. Everybody misses it. You have brilliant people that understand things and they can't teach to save their lives. Teaching is an art. You have got to get to a point where you can present information to kids. That's why I enjoy chemistry so much. It's a very complex subject, and I get to take it and break it apart and have kids put it back together and watch the joy come to their life. Like, holy smokes, I understand this. If you're not understanding something where I'm getting something, why I'm doing something, please stop me and ask. Okay? So what number goes up here?
Mass of the element.
So the mass of the element? So what number?
There's quite a bit of
Yeah,
elements.
There's 2 of them.
Thank you, Kenzie. There are more than one element here, so what must we calculate?
There's a
Let's be
handful, Mr. Hall.
There's
Very nice. You know, I think I heard it in all the molecular mass.
Trying to bring me down.
How do we calculate the molecular mass? Step 1, write the elements down. I have carbon shows up and hydrogen shows up. Step 2, out from it, we're going to write down how many of those are in each molecule. How many carbons? What's the number?
2.
So that's 2 carbons. How many hydrogens?
4.
Now, if only I had a tool that I could use to help me with this.
I think
I
I
have the invention.
Like the periodic
I
table.
made this last night. It was
My dog, look at you.
Yeah.
Got that fight in him. Let's go.
That's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
So, we look on the periodic table. What is the average atomic mass of carbon? Oh gosh, I gotta stop. Y'all didn't roll that off to me? That's bad. That's bad. That's bad.
24.2.
That's so bad. Hey, yo, you that are watching this video, I'm so sorry. We're moving. Ah,
Legal pad.
I did.
here we go.
You say bad things about
Okay, here we go. You look on the periodic table. On the periodic table, you see the element carbon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for the involvement. This number.
Can you do like a no camera? Do like no.
Please, let us go.
Help! Will y'all stop?
Mr. Hall, it's been 3 days. Unlock the door. Please.
Will you shut up, Tanner? This is getting uploaded to YouTube.
I'm tired of chemistry.
Maybe somebody will save us.
You show up on time.
Mr. Hall, I got English next, please.
All right, hey, let's get serious, okay? Make sure you get this. This right here is the average atomic mass of carbon. That's the number for the average atomic mass of carbon. Everybody got that? Yeah. What is the average atomic mass of carbon?
1.01.
I know you probably couldn't see Zoe because I'm standing in front of you. Nice, Zoe. Let's go over here to my friend. Yo, hydrogen. How you doing, hydrogen?
1.01.
What is the average atomic mass of hydrogen?
1.01.
1.01. Hey, wait a minute though. I thought we learned something about hydrogen yesterday.
No, you're lying. It
doesn't
doesn't apply,
here,
Mr. Hall.
Why does it not apply?
Is it
Because
easy?
together with
It's by
another
itself.
element.
My dog, Eli.
Where's the second diatom?
Yeah!
I got like
When you look at this, why? Hold on, I gotta get the right marker. There we go. So times 12.01 grams per mole times 1.01 grams per mole. The reason we are not doubling up here, the diatomics only apply when it's by itself. Do you understand? by itself.
Yes, Mr. Hall.
Hydrogen is with what right now? With carbon. Okay? Absolutely. They're like, hey, yo, let's go raise this, shake or something.
Sorry.
What, Dale?
So if the carbon wasn't there, would it still be H4 or would it be H8?
It'd be H4. What's the key to know that it's the diatomic and I'm trying to trick you?
There's nothing.
It'll just be
Spell it
H.
out.
No, it wouldn't just be A. I'd give you the,
Oh, the hydrogen.
yeah, I just give you the word hydrogen.
Oh.
Why Mr. Hall doing that? Because Mr. Hall trying to check your knowledge.
The neurons have
I want to make sure that you look and you'll say, hey, yo, Mr. Hall, dog, you almost got me. But hydrogen means it's by itself. It's a diatomic.
Like, yeah, this is
So true.
So you do this, 24.02 grams per mole. Then we got 4.04 grams per mole. We're going to add these together. 28.06 grams per mole. Where's this number go?
top.
With the grams.
Oh, with the grams.
So proud of the real one.
No, it's such a long way.
You see why I use the different colors now? So whenever you watch the video, you see the green that goes up there. Yeah, that's why I do it. Now, we punch this in a calculator. Here's the part where we're probably going to get some different answers. Some of you probably punched 9.0501 back in your calculator. Mr. Hall no do that. Mr. Hall used the number that was in here already. The big long decimal one. Now, let me inform you of who is correct. We both are correct. It's okay.
What?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll take either answer.
Yeah, so like I get 253.947. That 9 tells me to round it up to a 2. And this is grams.
Oh, gas station like that.
Now,
Okay.
the question is, how many of you did not get that exact number I have up there? Okay, that's fine. It's one of two things.
I have a question.
First one, you might have not rounded that 1 up to a 2. Or the second one is you actually type that number in. I don't type the number in, I store my numbers in the calculator. You can type it in, it's fine, because what did you get?
Same thing.
253.9458.
Yeah.
You're so close. I know it's a calculator thing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to count that against you. That's dumb, okay? You can quote me on the fact that I said this. It would be dumb for me to count that against you. Now, if you got 252 point something another, yeah, we got a problem, okay? But when you're off in the hundreds place, 1,000 place, yeah, okay. Yo, what up, Tana? Throw it at me.
I'm a bit like, do we multiply the numbers?
Yes. How do we know to multiply or to divide? I see.
Oh, okay.
But,
Whether it's the numerator or
hey, here's the way to know this. If it's on top, you multiply. If it's in the bottom, what's the bottom of a fraction called? Denominator starts with letter D. Divide starts with letter D. If it's in denominator, you divide.
That's so true.
You got it?
Yes.
All right. I need you all to do me a favor and put your pencils down and look at me for something. I want to make sure you do not write this. I have not seen this year, and thank God I haven't. Last year was a massive, massive headache for me. Do you see here, whenever we start the problems, we write the number down and we set it over 1?
Yeah.
We are just setting it over 1. Do not put a unit right here with this. Last year, I had tons of kids wanting to put a unit here with this. I'm like, what are you doing? No, stop it. You're killing me. Like, seriously. My wife is about to collect my life insurance. What are you doing here? That's a joke, by the way. Do not put a unit here. Now, question to you. How are you feeling here with this?
That was pretty baller, and I would like to do it.
Here's my thing. I did this to you on purpose. Because here's the truth. These problems like this, I typically are going to represent to you in this fashion. You wanna know why? I'm trying to see if you know to go to moles. You have to do this first. What I've done is to show you these long problems are just more steps. I broke it into 2 one-step problems. Instead of doing a 2-step mole conversion, you did a 1-step mole conversion and then a 1-step mole conversion. Guess what a 2-step mole conversion is?
Same thing.
Exactly the same thing. You got to step with 1 foot at a time, people. You take 1 step, then you take another step. That's 2 steps, right? 1 plus 1 still equal 2, yeah?
Now the question.
Now,
He's so wise.
how, please be honest with me, how are you feeling?
Pretty good.
I'm a little sleepy, Mr. Hall.
Okay, now let me talk to my quiet people. How are you doing?
I'm pretty good.
I'm like
Taylor,
thinking about pee.
You know that doesn't apply to
bathroom.
you.
Why
Mason,
you say that?
you definitely ain't one of the quiet people. Hush.
I love you, Mr.
Talk to me. I'll take a thumbs up right now. Like, give me a thumbs down. Give me a, touchdown, man. You can go YMCA. What you feel? Okay, I'll take that. That's fine. Cool. That's good. Okay. All right.
Is like.
G-Mo sounds like a fire to me.
Okay.
What up, G-Mo?
So, I introduced something to you yesterday, and I want to define that to you today before we get crazy busy with them.
It's just kind of weird.
I don't know.
Now, before I do anything, everything I write on this board is important, but if it is in,
Whoa.
it is super important.
Oh, yeah.
The reason I'm getting ready to write this in purple is this is a beautiful little trick. These are the tricks of tricks that I constantly hold on to. I will pull this up throughout the class. I'm openly telling you, it's going to come at you. Should you be ready for it?
Period.
Yes. Whenever Mr. Hall gives you a quiz, do you think Mr. Hall trying to trick you?
Yeah.
Yes, I am. You must catch the trick. Now, does that mean every problem is a trick? No, because I feel like I need to instill confidence in some kids. Typically, I give you an easy question out the gate. And then from there, it's like, hey, how you doing? Boom, pow, hey.
What?
You're talking to me.
No way.
Hey, hey.
Don't lie to me.
The 7 diatoms.
You got 10 minutes, Mr. Hall.
Man, I got 10 minutes.
Do diatomics.
Psh, girl, you kidding me? I can get this done in 3.
7 diatomics are hydrogen and then there's others.
Absolutely. All right, 7 diatomics.
I got you.
The first thing I need you to understand is what it means whenever we say something is diatomic. So, the word diatomic means an element exists in nature bonded to itself. This is what a diatomic element is. When you look at them, there are 7. The first one is the hard one because he's by himself. He's Mr. Single. He's like a Pringle, ready to mingle. It's hydrogen. What does it mean when I'm saying that it's diatomic? It means that it's H2. So if I say the word hydrogen, it's not H, it's H2. So I need you to understand, when we look at the periodic table, it's broken down to help you with this. First thing you have to remember, hydrogen is by itself. I know I showed you the trick yesterday, but I'm going to show it to you again. From there, how many diatomics are there?
7, 6 more.
There's 6 more, but 7 total. I was looking for the number 7. What element has the atomic number 7?
They can't say it was right.
Nitrogen.
Nitrogen.
Yeah.
So when you break it down, you look at it, this is where it picks up. The reason I stress the number 7 is they make a 7 on the periodic table. And you start the 7 at 7.
Oh,
So nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. It makes a 7 on the periodic table. So it's nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, or iodine also. Both are accepted, especially in my class.
Can I have your attention, please? We need all seniors to report to the center section of the auditorium.
Now,
Bring something to write with for the senior meeting. Let's all seniors report to the center section.
There's
of the
something I like to
auditorium and bring
stress
something to write with. Thank
here,
you.
whenever you're looking at this. Whenever you look at this, I like to talk about chemical symbols real quick. When you talk about chemical symbols, it's very important that you understand there is a rule that goes with this. And if you mess this up, I have to count it wrong. Chemical symbol. First letter, always cap. So capitalize, okay? I don't feel like writing out capitalizing. Second letter, lowercase. I stress that to you for this. Look, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, and iodine all have single letters. But chlorine and bromine have 2 letters. Bromine's easy to see. It's a capital B and a lowercase r. Chlorine's not easy to see. Everybody, for whatever reason, they want to look at this and see that's CI. That is not. Second letter is lowercase. That is an L. Okay? Now, let's put your knowledge to use. Yeah. How many molecules of oxygen are in a 2.64 mole sample of oxygen? Here's what I want you to do. I'm going to give you let's see, I'm gonna give you 2 minutes on this. Try it yourself. You can work together. Work together. Hey Siri, start a timer for 2 minutes. Give yourself a shot at this problem.
2 minutes, starting now.
You can't talk and work together, it's like you guys are trying to whisper.
So, we're at Moles. Yeah.
If you're still working at it, which I feel like most of you are, go right ahead and work at this. But the answer is there on the board for you to compare. Key point to this. Do you have to double it?
Yes.
No. You only double it when it deals with the mass. Key to this setup here. You should get 2.64 moles of oxygen set over 1. I'm trying to go to molecules, so molecules goes on top, which is 6.022 times 10 to the 23. I'm leaving moles, so moles go on the bottom. You don't double this. When you deal with the diatomics, when are you doubling? You double the average atomic mass. When you're dealing with the mass, when the periodic table comes into play, okay? Everybody got really quiet on me. Does everybody understand? I'll work with you. It may be a calculator thing. We'll work on it. Hey, have a great, wonderful rest of your